What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Tamar Braxton. Okay, there was some photos, or there was a video, not photos. There were video clips, but I'll include photo captions in this particular video, or even the video itself. Apparently, she was speaking into this video, and her face looked noticeably different. Now, there have been accusations before that Tamar had gotten work done on her face. I don't think they're accusations. I think they're pretty accurate. But she had, her natural, no makeup, whatnot, laying in the bed, and her face just looked, especially her cheekbones, look noticeably bigger than they have before. And she has like that same look that a lot of women who get a lot of facial surgeries get when they get older. And you can tell that they've had those facial surgeries. That's how Tamar Braxton looks. Okay. And the thing is that some of her sisters look like they may have had the same thing. Now, I will say this though about Toni Braxton. Okay. I'm not going to say 100%, but I don't think she's tampered with her face like that. Okay. I haven't seen any noticeable changes to her facial features, but with Tamar, because Tamar's like the youngest, and she's starting to look like one of the oldest. And it's weird, man, how how her face is looking now. She's looking older than Toni Braxton looks. And there have been talk and there have been speculation, and she's getting clowned for it. And this is what happens, people, when you have no self-esteem. No matter how much celebrity you have, no matter how successful you are, these women are still desperate to be seen as attractive. At least the Hollywood equivalent of attractive, right? Or the industry equivalent to attractive. And they will do anything in order to maintain a certain look, even when it's detrimental to you and how you look face-wise. Now, again, for the last couple of years, they had been talking she was getting work done. But I mean, her face looks noticeably big, especially her cheekbones. She does not look the same way she did 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And for people that will say, well, we normally don't look the same after a while. Well, when you have the access to trainers, the access to some of the best people to give you advice as far as to keep your looks up, and you hear this talk about how melanin keeps, women looking young and men looking, black men and black women looking youthful. Why do you have to look like you've morphed into a different version of yourself? Her face literally, and listen, this is not throwing any type of hate or shame at her, but she does, her cheekbones look like, she's wearing some sort of masking, okay, or mask. That's how she looks, and she's getting clowned for this, especially by a lot of women, because there are women out here who will not seek to get surgeries, who will not seek to artificially change their facial features, okay, and who are going to look at this and they're going to see that something is wrong here, and something is wrong here, and this sets a bad precedent. It really does, because a lot of younger women look up to a Tamar Braxton and they see that she's getting work done. They see her and other women are getting work done. And as soon as they're able to, they will go and do the same thing. And they should not be. They shouldn't. Why would you change what God gave you, especially if you're religious? Why would you seek to change what has been given to you? You should just look to better it. Some women look to better it with makeup or, exercising. Maybe they have a certain type of skincare things that can take care of your skin. But you gotta understand that takes too much time and it's not enough. It's just like these women who go and get these surgeries, right? They go and they get these surgeries because they want to have the big butt, the big hips, and they don't want to have to exercise in order to get it. They get the fat transfers, the BBLs. And they do that because in their minds, they want to look like the women that all men find attractive. When you hear women say that they do what they do because they're doing it for themselves, a small amount of them getting these surgeries, they do it for themselves. The majority of them do it because they want attention. Look at K Michelle. Once K Michelle got that big butt, she started dating all these athletes, okay? All these, guys in the entertainment industry. But as soon as she decided to get that stuff, those implants taken out of her, she stopped dating guys in the industry. You know why? Because that's what it was all about. It was all about experiencing, basically being the girlfriend or the jump off of an NBA player. And once she got that out of her system, she then decided to no longer date guys in entertainment or in the music industry or in the music and sports, because she feels very jaded, right? That it didn't work out the way she wanted to. A big butt wasn't enough. There was a story about how she got left at the club by J.R. Smith, I believe. So again, these women get these surgeries in order to maintain a certain appeal. That's why I think that these women suffer from a lot of mental health issues. I think that Tamar has had some things happen to her in her past that I think weighs on her. I don't know if she's really gotten help for it, like therapy. But I think she needs to, because what happens is when you have money and boredom, you're going to be looking yourself in the mirror every day wondering, how can I make myself look even more attractive? Even though there have been men who may have found Tamar attractive before. This is the same Tamar who cut her hair bald because she wanted a new look and a new lease on life and to feel good about herself. But after this recent breakup from a guy who she probably thought that saw her as the prize, realized that he did not see her as the prize, I think that might have affected her self-esteem. But again, that's why you need good people around you, good energy. You need to be able to go to therapy. You need to be able to handle those issues, because we all have certain issues we need to work out. But women, what happens with women is that they'll deal with their issues in either seeking attention on social media or by going out and physically doing stuff to themselves, like surgeries, or they'll lash out. Like, how there are women who will lash out publicly all the time. They seem like they're angry all the time. It's usually because they're carrying around a certain amount of guilt, a certain amount of self-hatred, and they have not been able to seek help for that. They've been able to use their bodies to make up for all the issues, because that's what happens now. That's why you're seeing so many women become Instagram models, because unfortunately they're using their physical bodies in order to self-medicate their issues. There are women literally self-medicating by sleeping around with different men. This is how they're self-medicating, unfortunately. And that's what you have here with Tamar. I believe she self-medicates by getting work done on her face, maybe even on her body, right? When you see women going and getting tons of surgery when they really don't need it, like you have women that have really nice butts, right? Really nice butts, nice enough hips, but that's not enough. They go and they get more surgery. I did a video about a young lady. She was a mother. Okay, she was a single mother. She was an Instagram model. She had millions of followers. She'd already had the fake butt, right? That's what she got famous for. She was a Latina, but that wasn't enough. She decided to go to Colombia to get more work done, because surgeons in the U.S. wouldn't. They turned her down. They said, you know what? You don't need enough work. Your body frame and you wanting a bigger butt, we're not going to be able to do that. We don't want to be liable for that. So she goes over to Colombia to get the work done, and she ends up losing her life. That's their mentality. Whatever attention that they're getting, whatever notoriety they're getting, it's not enough. So they feel like they have to push the envelope. And with Tamar, you would hope that, her face just naturally is looking this way due to work that she had done years ago. But it wouldn't surprise me if she's still getting work done. You have Cardi B. Cardi B says that she's going to continue to get surgery on her face. She's going to continue to do it. Because, and this is a woman now who already looks older than she is. This is a woman who's in her 20s and looks like she's 10 years older than she actually is. due to her obsession with trying to physically change her natural looks. But y'all understand in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.